Okay. Welcome back. I'm sorry for the disconnection. The network has been very, very funny. So if I have two networks that I'm using right now, so I just have to quickly switch to the next one. And by the time I could check, I saw that the thing has disconnected. I'm very, very sorry. Can you hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me, okay, I think my audio is better, is okay. So let's quickly continue so that we can achieve so many things tonight before we wrap up. Now, so like I said, we have a lot of problems that we can generate ideas that could fix the problem in our nation, in our community, and that is why I gave the assignment in the WhatsApp on our WhatsApp group that you should please look at around you, look at your community, your environment. What are the major problems that they have in your environment that you can provide solution? A lot of us are staying outside Lagos, and we realize that we are not far from farmers, and some of these farmers have problems selling their produce. Then what can you do to help them to sell their produce? Especially if you've moved from Lagos to your village. These are some of the things that you can do. You can impact your environment, your community. So now the number three types of problems I will have is this decision between solutions. Decision between solutions with certain outcomes. A lot of people they have seen solutions to our problems, but they are now in between. Oh, which one should I decide on? Which one should I choose? Which one should I present to the people? Which one should I share? A lot of people have ideas, they have solutions to our problems, but they are overloaded with solutions. So they don't know which is which one to present to the people, which one to prefer as solution. So that is also a problem. And the way out of it is decide on which one is best for which one is the best solution for that problem. Why the next one is decision between solutions with uncertain outcomes. Yes, we know a lot of our professors. We have a lot of professors in Nigeria, in all our universities in Nigeria or higher institutions, but so many professors are in between solutions with uncertain outcomes. They just read some of those things from the book. So some of those solutions are not tested and trusted. That's why you see even vaccine, to produce vaccine has become a serious issue in Nigeria. God help us. God help us. Despite the fact that every year we have graduate virology from different institutions across Nigeria, we have a lot of graduates, medical students or medical graduates who could not come up with vaccine that would solve this coronavirus problem. So why? The problem is that we have a lot of solutions with uncertainty. We are not sure of this thing that we have. We are not sure of them because just like your lecturer that is teaching you about business admin, he doesn't have a business, but he's teaching you how to run a business. How do you think you're going to succeed with such lecture or such teachings? These are part of the problems that we have in our system. We have so many so many computer lecturers that don't know how to use the computer because there's no, even in the higher institution, some of the higher institutions, there's no computer, there's no lab, no laboratory for their students. So these are the problems that we are facing, and we can provide solution. Another type of problem that we have is a jumbled list. A jumbled list will just be, just like puzzle. You are doing puzzle. You're just doing puzzle. Like there was a time they said is it NAFDAC or someone discover vaccine as a medicine that can cure COVID, and the government stood up and said no, it is not certified by NAFDAC. Then every day we keep hearing there are new cases, there are numbers of death, we have numbers of death, we have numbers of those that have survived the COVID. How did they survive it? What are the things that they use? They can't tell us. Why? Because it's a jumbled list. It's like decision between solutions with uncertain outcomes. Just guesswork. Let's try it this way. And they tried it and it worked. It's also a problem. And the solution to that is to do what? To determine the priority order. Priority order. Don't just jumble things and say this one like you are doing puzzle. No. So, and there's a book I'd like to recommend on this note, and the book is titled Problem Solving, the Owner's Manual for the Brain. The author is Piers Howard. So please, you can get the book on Amazon, and if you have time, you can please lay your hand on that book and create time to read the book. It will help you. Now, let's move on before we wrap up. We have less than 15 minutes to wrap up. Now, we have categories of problem solving also. There are two basically categories. Number one is analytical problem solving. We also have creative problem solving. Under creative problem solving is where we'll be talking more, because that is where the money is. That is where money is hiding in this century. Creative problem solving. But under analytic problem solving, let me quickly share some things with you before we wrap up. And if you have questions, I'd like to answer your question. Now, look at under analytical problem solving. It is very, very simple. Like you had 4 plus 8 plus 10 is 22. But there are different ways. There are 4 commonly used methods for analytical problem solving. The number one is root cause analysis. You have to go to the root, identify the root cause of this problem. What are the root cause of these things? Then you begin to approach it in a way that you know that this thing will be solved analytically. And this is where you gather data. By the time we get to creative problem solving, I'll be sharing with you the 6 thinking hacks. I think I shared that in the videos that I shared on our WhatsApp group, and I want you to please, I'm appealing to you, please make sure you create time to watch the video. Now, the second one is matrix decision analysis. Matrix talks about mathematical way of looking at a solution or at solving a problem. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, let's look at 2 plus 2. And 2 plus 3 plus 3 minus, minus this, you add this, you remove, you subtract this, you remove this, you add that, you bring them together to solve problem. Then the next type, or the next type under the analytical problem solving is decision tree. This is something that you see people will do like a chart. A chart is a visualization of a complex decision-making situation in which the possible decisions and their likely outcomes are organized in a form of a graph that resembles a tree. The graph will come, it will come like there is a problem. This is the problem. What other ways can we provide solution? You draw this chart here. Okay, this way. 1, 2. You draw from 1, you can come up with another one. From that one, you can also come up with another idea. You can come up, you just have like tree. You just be brainstorming at every stage. You'll be generating ideas. That is decision tree. What we call decision tree. The last one under the analytical problem solving category is precedence charts. This is where you now arrange all that you have gathered. You arrange them. Which one will come first? Which one will come second? Which will be the third one? Which will be the first? You arrange them in order of priority. So under this is very, very important, especially when you are trying to solve complex problems like the ones we have in our country right now. The unemployment problem is very, very complex. So analytical problem solving is one of the ways to solve unemployment rate in Nigeria. Because when you look at the percentage of the young people in this nation and the unemployment rate, you see that there is problem ahead of us. So what do? We look at, okay, how do we how what are let's gather data. What range or what age range of people are in the employment in the labor market now? You see, a lot of people they've overstayed in the labor market. That's why you see 65 years old woman, 70 years old, even 80 years, 75 years old man or old woman will be claiming he or she is 60 or 65. Why? Because she wants to retain her employment. So until we identify, we do a serious analysis, analytical problem solving analysis. We look at them. Okay, this person, let's see, what's your date of birth? Even if you have a forged date of birth, there are apps, there are applications now that can scan and identify and give a range of your age and say, no, you are lying. You should be around 75 years. So these are some of the problems that we have in Nigeria. But by the grace of God, tomorrow I will continue with creative problem solving, which is where this program is centered on. Because it is under creative problem solving that you'll be able to identify more problems and then develop products, solutions that will become products or services. And by so doing, you are providing value, you are adding value to your audience or to your client or your customers, and your client or your customers will in return transfer cash to you, pay you. Money flows to those that can add value. Money flows to those that can solve problems. So if you are the type, I welcome you to this program because it's going to be a life-changing program as we go on in this journey. So on this note, I want to welcome questions. If you have questions, please drop in the chat box. Let me quickly attend to the question before we wrap it up, before we call it a day. Yes, if you have your question, prepare your question and turn it on the chat box so that I can answer your question. By the grace of God, tomorrow we'll be looking at types of who is a problem solver. We'll continue with creative problem solving, types of problem solver. We'll also be looking at the process of solving problems, and then if time permits us, we'll be looking at design thinking, how you can design products to solve problems, how you can design services to solve problems. And you see, the more problems you can solve, the more money you can make. Someone should help me to drop that in the chat box. The more problems you can solve, the more money you can make. Okay, Mr. Kenny is asking of the book. The title of the book is Problem Solving by Piers Howard. Problem solving, the owner's manual for the brain. Let me copy it and drop it in the chat box. Problem solving. Okay, I've dropped it. The author's name is Piers Howard. That's the author's name. So please look for the book you can read part of some of the pages or some of the chapters on Scribe. Go to Google and search for the book and you'll see Scribe. Subscribe and also read some of the chapters for free. Then if you have access to buy it, why not? Buy it. Is an investment. It's going to help your life. It's an investment. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you that joined to this program. I am very excited. Super excited. I think this is the first live webinar that I'm having on YouTube. I'm a Facebook person. So thank you for for staying till this time. I want to appreciate you so much. And I promise it's going to be wonderful tomorrow. I will have a standby. I have 2 standby internet connection today anyway. So when the first one messed up, I quickly had to switch to the other one. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Money flows to those that add value. Yes. Money flows to value harder. Thank you. And the more problem you solve, the more money you can make. Yes, the more problem you solve, the more money you can make. So on this note, if there's no question, permit me to call it a day if there's no problem. Thank you, Osama. The more problem you solve, the more money you can make. Thank you so much. Yes, Antonia Mojisola, I know you are in the food industry. The more food problem you can solve, hunger problem you can solve, the more money you can make. Yes. Oga JK, okay. The more problem you can solve, the more money you can make. And okay, Ambassador Toby Loba also have something here. Thanks for the amazing lecture. I learned what the meaning of problem solving and how I can make money through the art of creating solutions to problems. Yes, you are in the entertainment industry, and see, you would definitely make more money, because we are in the business of happiness. People wants to be happy because there are a lot of stress around us. So if your business is centered on making people happy, you will make more money. That is why you see comedians will continue to make money. Let them say their VIP or VVIP table is 5 million. People will pay. Why? Because they've identified that people have problems and they need ways to solve their problems. A lot of people are not happy. So they sell happiness to them and get value for their money. For their Okay, let me close it today on this note. I want to appreciate Ambassador Olotu. Thank you so much for the enlightenment. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. It seems as if I should not leave this live broadcast. I'm enjoying this webinar. I'm enjoying it. Your session is always a top notch. More grace and wisdom. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. God bless you. Do have a wonderful night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.